In the current day of NASCAR, there are some prospects that have stellar resumes in lower series and just look like future stars in the Cup Series. But on the other hand, sometimes we have prospects that don't perform well and fail to meet the mark, despite being in top-notch equipment and look like busts. So today, we're going to look at 5 current NASCAR prospects that look like future stars and 5 that look like busts. Star, Chandler Smith. Chandler Smith's resume up to this point is solid. Smith is currently in his second full-time Xfinity season. Right now looks like a championship contender. Smith started his career with KBM in the Truck Series and rode with them for 2 seasons, recording 5 wins and coming up short of the championship in 2022. In 2023, Smith would jump to the Xfinity Series with Colleague Racing and found success early, winning a race at Richmond. But that would be his only win on the season. He would struggle for the remainder of it. Even though he squeaked into the round of 8, no one took him seriously and he was an afterthought. In 2024, Smith would move back to Toyota, and so far in his sophomore season, he has looked like a star. So far, he has 2 wins and sits 3rd in the standings. Bust, Riley Herbst. Well, I don't know where to start. In 5 seasons in top Xfinity Series equipment, Herbst has managed 1 win. In 2020, he made his full-time debut with JGR. In that season, he made the playoffs and was a first-round exit. In 2021, he moved to SHR. In 2021, he barely made the playoffs, solely down to the fact that Michael Annett was out due to an injury. In 2022, he made the playoffs and was once again a first-round exit. In 2023, he missed the playoffs entirely, while his teammate won the championship. And right now, Herbst is the 12th best driver in terms of average finish, while his teammate is leading the standings. Riley is running out of excuses, and since SHR is shutting down at the end of the season, it's going to be really tough for Herbst to find a new ride. Star, Jesse Love. Jesse Love has had an odd career trajectory up to this point. He completely skipped the Truck Series and was thrown in the deep end this year for RCR. But so far, Love has exceeded expectations. In just 14 starts, he has recorded 3 top 5s, 7 top 10s with a 12.3 average finish, and did something that his predecessor, Sheldon Creed, more on him in a bit, couldn't do in 2 seasons: win a race. So far, Love has looked really good. He is top 5 in points and looks like a true talent. Now, I don't think he'll be a championship contender this year, but next year I think he'll come out as a true title contender. Bust, Sheldon Creed. Now, while Creed is a former Truck Series champion, that success has not translated into the Xfinity Series. In 2022, his rookie season in the Xfinity Series, he missed the playoffs, while his teammate Austin Hill won 2 races and almost made the Final 4. In 2023, Creed made the playoffs and cost himself and his teammate a shot at the Final 4. And at the end of 2023, he left RCR for Joe Gibbs Racing. And everyone thought that maybe this new start for Creed would finally help him break through. But so far, it is more of the same disappointment. Creed in 2024 still hasn't won a race, and his average finish is worse than it was last season. And to make this look even worse is something I mentioned earlier. The driver who took over the 2-car Jesse Love has already won a race, and Love is also 7 years younger than Creed, and is already doing a better job in that car than Creed ever did. Creed is running out of excuses, and if he doesn't turn it around soon, he might not have a ride next year. Star, Shane Van Gisbergen. If you have kept up with NASCAR in the past year, you have probably heard about SVG. It all started at the Chicago Street Race where SVG won on debut. Since then, he has been getting more involved in NASCAR. He is now a full-time Xfinity Series driver while running a partial schedule in the Cup Series. Now, while he is a little old for a prospect at 35 years old, he is more than ready for the Cup Series. He has already proven that he can win at that level. This season in Xfinity, he has won 2 races and has looked decent on the ovals, having an average finish of 14th, excluding Las Vegas. SVG currently sits 10th in points and looks like a true future star in NASCAR. Bust, Austin Hill. Now, while Austin Hill has shown some true driving talent, the 2 things that are holding him back are 1, not being able to seal the deal, and 2, his attitude. In 2020, Austin Hill had the most consistent season out of every driver that season, but failed to make the Final Four due to his inconsistency at short tracks. In 2021, the same thing happened, but this time it was a round of 10 exit. Now to address the attitude problems. Punching Mike Snyder on pit road after the Martinsville race in 2022. Spilling his teammate's contract status with the media after Martinsville in 2023. To be honest, I don't blame him for being mad, but he could have done a much better job of controlling his emotions in the post-race interview. And now, wrecking Cole Custer at Charlotte. Now you would expect this out of a young 21-year-old prospect, but Austin Hill is 30 years old and is still throwing these tantrums. And for this reason, I think that Austin Hill is a bust. Star Nick Sanchez. Nick Sanchez is only in his second full-time Truck Series season and has impressed so far. In 2023, while not winning a race, he showed consistency and improvement and made the playoffs. Now in the playoffs, he barely missed the Final Four. Now in his rookie season, he showed some true promise and improvement, and so far this has translated to his sophomore season. Sanchez has the best average finish in the league and has 2 wins, and as of right now, he looks like a true championship contender and a future star. Bust Sammy Smith. Sammy Smith's full-time Xfinity career started with a bang, winning the 4th race of the season and became one of the youngest winners in Xfinity Series history. But since then, where has he been? Sammy Smith just seems like he's been absent ever since then. In his past 43 races, he has 23 top 10s, 8 top 5s, 0 wins with a 15.2 average finish, and has only led 270 laps. I don't think that his numbers are bad, but definitely not anything resembling a top NASCAR prospect. The thing that I think will make him a bust is the fact that he's not up front all that much and is just wildly inconsistent. Star Cory Heim. What is there really to say about Cory Heim that hasn't been said already? He's a true generational talent. His consistency in the series over the past 2 seasons has been unmatched. In his last 34 starts in the Truck Series, he has recorded 7 wins, 20 top 5s, 29 top 10s, 1,019 laps led, and has an average finish of 7.1, which is insane. Heim is looking like a championship contender for the 2nd year in a row, and this might be the year that he'll get it done. Heim is also rumored to be a contender for a 3rd 2311 car, and I can't say that I blame Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan. Carson Hocevar skipped the Xfinity Series and right now looks pretty solid, being the highest Spire Motorsports driver in points. Todd Gilliland also skipped the Xfinity Series, and while being extremely hit or miss, he does have his standout performances here and there. So for Cory Heim, if he does go Cup racing next year, I think he will be a standout rookie. Bust Sam Mayer. Now Sam Mayer has a ton of talent and at times looks like a true top prospect, but at times he just looks terrible. Sam Mayer has 5 wins in the Xfinity Series, which is solid, but he also has 15 DNFs in the last 3 seasons and only has completed 88% of his laps. If Mayer is not contending for the win, he is in the back half of the top 20 wrecking out. Also, almost every win he has got has been in controversial fashion, and honestly, he is quickly becoming the true villain of the Xfinity Series. But Sam Mayer just seems like he can't keep his car or himself out of trouble. And I think this is part of the reason why he hasn't gotten selected for some select starts in the Cup Series. Chase Elliott got some starts in a 5th Hendrick car in 2015. Austin Hill has made 8 starts in the Cup Series for Beard and RCR. Tyler Reddick made 2 starts for RCR in 2019, but Sam Mayer still hasn't gotten the nod for a one-off start. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and drop a comment below whether you agree or disagree. Also, like and subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys next time for another video. Y'all have a good one.